Hello, food explorers and culinary adventurers. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story so wild, so unexpected, it might just redefine everything you thought you knew about fine dining. Imagine this. You've secured a coveted reservation at Alchemist, a 2-Michelin star restaurant in Copenhagen, Denmark. This isn't just any restaurant. It's a place where every dish is a journey, an experience designed to challenge perceptions and ignite the senses. You're presented with exquisite ice cream sandwiches, a rich, creamy cheese, or perhaps a sophisticated milk-washed cocktail. Everything looks, smells, and tastes incredible. But then you learn the secret, the not-so-secret ingredient that underpins these masterpieces. Get ready for it. Ants. Yes, you heard me right. Ants. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ants in my Michelin star meal? It sounds almost like a prank, doesn't it? But this isn't some novelty stunt. It's the result of deep culinary research and an incredible story that began, as many great discoveries do, with an accident. According to CNN's Amarachi Ori, the Alchemist team, known for their relentless pursuit of innovation, simply left some milk in their refrigerator and an ant happened to find its way in. What happened next was astonishing. The milk began to curdle. This wasn't spoilage, it was fermentation. Can you imagine the surprise and curiosity of the chefs at that exact moment? From this single chance encounter, a spark ignited. The restaurant, whose very ethos is to transform and transcend the nature of food and dining, saw an opportunity. They didn't just dismiss it, they investigated. This accidental observation led them down a rabbit hole, unearthing a nearly forgotten ancient Turkish and Bulgarian recipe for making yogurt. Not from traditional bacterial cultures, but from these tiny six-legged creatures. Think about that for a second. How many centuries did this knowledge pass down through generations only to be almost lost? And now, in modern Copenhagen, it's been brought back to life. This isn't just about preparing food, it's about reclaiming cultural heritage and demonstrating that the most unusual ingredients can hold the deepest secrets of flavor. This groundbreaking venture by Alchemist didn't just create buzz in the foodie world, it ignited serious scientific curiosity. Anthropologists, microbiologists, food scientists, a whole host of experts suddenly turned their attention to Copenhagen. Their burning question? What is it about ants that could possibly ferment yogurt? This wasn't just a quirky culinary experiment anymore. It was a deep dive into an unexplored area of microbial science. The culmination of their extensive research, a testament to collaborative inquiry, was finally published in the prestigious journal iScience. This isn't just anecdotal evidence, it's peer-reviewed science backing up a bizarre culinary claim. Microbiologist Leonie John, one of the paper's authors, sheds light on why this is so significant. She points out that today's yogurts are typically made with just 2 bacterial strains. Think about the common yogurts you buy, often a standardized flavor, a consistent texture. But she continues, if you look at traditional yogurt, you have much bigger biodiversity, varying based on location, households, and season. That brings more flavors, textures, and personality. This is crucial. Our modern industrial food system, while efficient, often sacrifices diversity for uniformity. Alchemist's ant yogurt, therefore, isn't just novel. It's a potential key to rediscovering lost flavors and a broader spectrum of microbial interaction that existed in our food for millennia. The history of milk fermentation itself is incredibly rich, dating back around 9,000 years to Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. For thousands of years, yogurt recipes were wildly diverse. Different cultures, different regions, each had their unique ways of introducing microbes into milk to kickstart fermentation. They'd use all sorts of natural materials, pine cones, chamomile, nettle roots, essentially anything that would carry the right blend of microorganisms. This vibrant culinary landscape began to change dramatically in the 1900s with the industrialization of yogurt production. The focus shifted to efficiency and shelf life, narrowing the bacterial species used to just a select few, and in doing so, we lost a vast array of flavors and techniques. To truly understand the ant-based yogurt, John's team delved into history. They connected with Sevgi Mutlu-Sirakova, a Bulgarian anthropologist who meticulously studies the culinary traditions of her small childhood village. And guess what? One of those traditions involved dropping redwood ants into milk to make yogurt. This wasn't a forgotten legend, it was a living practice. The researchers journeyed to Nova Mahala, Sevgi's village, to witness and participate in this ancient ritual. Lead author Veronica Sinote recounts, "We dropped 4 whole ants into a jar of warm milk by the instruction of Sevgi's uncle and community members. Imagine the feeling of connecting with such a deeply rooted tradition." The team then left the jar buried overnight in a redwood ant colony, a fascinating detail that truly connects the process back to nature. This wasn't just about incubation, it was about direct interaction with the natural environment. The next day, after carefully removing the insects, they tasted the concoction. The description is tantalizing. It had a slight tangy taste with mild herbaceousness and pronounced flavors of grass-fed fat. This is clearly no ordinary yogurt. It's a taste of history, powered by nature, and an experience that highlights how deeply connected humans once were with their environment and their culinary practices. Now, for the really exciting part. How exactly do these tiny ants manage to transform milk into yogurt? Back in the lab in Denmark, the researchers got to work, conducting a series of rigorous tests using a similar species of ant. Their findings are nothing short of brilliant. They concluded that the ant acts as a miniature microbial factory, emitting a cocktail of enzymes and microbes that work in perfect synergy to congeal the milk. It's a two-pronged attack, if you will. Firstly, the bacteria living within or on the ant produce lactic and acetic acids. These are the very same acids responsible for the familiar tang in many fermented foods, and they are key to creating the yogurt culture itself. But there's another crucial component, formic acid. This is a powerful organic acid, a central part of the ant's chemical defense system. In the context of yogurt, formic acid serves multiple purposes. It contributes significantly to the yogurt's distinct acidic flavor profile, that lemony but more complex taste Sinote described. More importantly, it creates an environment that is highly favorable for the specific microbes involved in the fermentation, while simultaneously inhibiting unwanted, spoilage-causing bacteria. It's an elegant, natural, self-preserving system. Paul Kinstead, a renowned cheese historian, perfectly summarized this by saying, "It's really a sequence of events that is unlike any dairy fermentation I've ever seen." This truly emphasizes that nature still holds secrets we are only just beginning to uncover.
Armed with these groundbreaking lab results and a deep understanding of ant-based fermentation, the research and development team at Alchemist unleashed their culinary genius. This wasn't just about making yogurt anymore, it was about integrating this unique flavor profile and fermentation power into a range of high-end dishes. They devised 3 distinct culinary applications, each pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a kitchen. First, their Ant-Witch ice cream sandwich. The chefs created an ant yogurt ice cream using live ants for that signature tang and unique texture. Complementing this, they crafted an ant gel filling from dehydrated ants, adding another layer of ant-derived flavor. And to top it all off, the entire creation was nestled between 2 perfectly crafted ant-shaped cookies. Next, they tackled cheese. The team successfully devised a mascarpone-like creamy cheese by using ants as a coagulant. This opens up entirely new avenues for cheesemaking. And finally, for their third ant-based creation, the Alchemist team ventured into mixology, devising a sophisticated milk-washed cocktail. Instead of using typical acids like lemon, they utilized dehydrated ants for their milk wash. The cocktail itself featured a complex blend of brandy, genepi liqueur, and apricot liqueur, and as a final daring touch, it was garnished with 4 frozen ants. The result? Veronica Sinote described it to CNN as absolutely incredible, elaborating, because you got the acidity of the ants, which is lemony but a little bit slightly more complex than lemony. This showcases the true potential of using these unconventional ingredients to elevate the culinary experience to a whole new level.
So, after hearing about these incredible, mind-bending creations, many of you might be thinking, can I try this at home? The resounding answer from the researchers is absolutely not. While the allure of creating your own ant-based culinary delights might be strong, ant-based fermentation is a process best left to the professionals. There are serious food safety concerns that cannot be overlooked by amateur enthusiasts. Live ants, for instance, may carry parasites that could be harmful to humans if not properly controlled. Furthermore, simply freezing and then incubating ants can create conditions ripe for the growth of dangerous foodborne pathogens. This isn't a simple sourdough starter. It requires controlled, sterile, and scientifically informed conditions to be safe. Beyond the immediate health risks, there's a crucial ethical and environmental consideration. The European redwood ants, which are central to these discoveries, are currently considered a near-threatened species. Their populations have been declining due to various factors, including habitat loss. Therefore, any wide-scale, unregulated use of these ants for culinary purposes would be completely unsustainable and could further endanger the species. This highlights a critical balance we must strike between culinary innovation and ecological responsibility. However, the broader implications of this research extend far beyond just ants. As Martin Blazer, a human microbiome expert at Rutgers University, told The Guardian, the paper's interest in traditional fermentation methods in general could have much wider applications. He suggests that, nutritionally, my guess is that ant yogurt is more or less equivalent to industrially produced yogurt. So it might not be a superfood revolution in terms of raw nutrients. But, and this is a big but, he adds, but for the discerning, this kind of approach could possibly broaden our repertoire of foods, giving us interesting and unique tastes. This is the real takeaway. The alchemist's journey with ants isn't just about a bizarre ingredient. It's a powerful reminder that our culinary landscape has become incredibly homogenized. By looking to forgotten traditions, to the natural world, and to unconventional sources, we can unlock a universe of flavors, textures, and gastronomic experiences that have been lost or simply overlooked. It challenges us to rethink what food can be, to appreciate the intricate biology behind what we eat, and perhaps to be a little more adventurous in our own kitchens, albeit safely. What do you think of this incredible story? Would you ever try ant-fermented foods in a Michelin star setting? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more culinary deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.